Breaking news, people deluded. I'm back again. Welcome to DG Sports Views. Obviously, for this segment on the channel, we're going to go over the transfer news currently in date where other football teams away from the team I love, Arsenal, is concerned. Now, let's kick off first and foremost with Julian Alvarez. Some of you would have seen, throughout the summer, he's obviously been speaking about his future and been quite coy on his Manchester City future. Allegedly, he's moving ever closer to signing for Atletico Madrid. Simultaneously, there's a striker, I can't pronounce his name, leaving Atletico Madrid for Chelsea, and Nicola Gallagher could also be joining Atletico Madrid. Now, for Julian Alvarez, I guess it makes sense. You've completed football in terms of winning trophies at the tender age of 24. He's won everything there is to offer, more or less, at Manchester City, and also has won the World Cup. Now, Atletico, you be in warmy, sunny Spain. Obviously, you're playing under Diego Simeone. You're probably going to be a main kind of starter, something that you wasn't afforded at Manchester City like that. And with historically, I know they don't quite play the same way of football and brand of football, but historically, with the way that they're known for their pressing, their intensity, they're leaving it all on the pitch. Personally, I think he is a good fit for them. He has previously been linked with Arsenal and Chelsea. Apparently, both teams balked at the asking price. He's signing for Atletico Madrid for 95 million euros, which is quite the profit on, I believe, the 14 million that Manchester City bought him for 2 or 3 seasons ago from River Plate, which it just shows if you do your due diligence, there's money to be made on the market. Next up, again, Manchester United seem to have the most transfer links. Denzel Dumfries apparently has no interest via David Ornstein of currently renewing his contract at Inter Milan, and he's been linked with Manchester United. It could be only possible provided that Wan-Bissaka leaves. Again, Manchester United have been linked with a couple of fullbacks. They've also been linked with Mazraoui as well as Frankie de Ligt as well, people. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Manchester United, provided they get all the off-field stuff sorted, they address tactically the issues in terms of personnel, to have Zertsky roll in, potentially Dumfries. I think they need a central midfielder, and they've been linked with a number of such. I think they could do all right next season, or substantially improve on the 8th place finish, which again, for a team that's arguably the biggest team in the world and the biggest team in England, is unacceptable. We all have heard about Joshua Kimich. Apparently he's decided to stay at Bayern Munich this season. His choice allegedly is final. He's been linked with a bunch of clubs as his contract at Bayern Munich is running down. Some of you would have seen Marc Guehi of Crystal Palace been linked with every club that has the finances. It did shock me. Apparently, he could be departing Crystal Palace for Newcastle United, which, considering the project Newcastle are undertaking, is to step in the right direction for someone that is an England international and did his reputation no harm, and in fact enhanced it to casual football viewers with his exploits in a disappointing European Championship 2024 campaign for obviously England. Now, I think that's a good signing for Newcastle. I think it comes at a premium, but considering Crystal Palace, obviously, he's got 2 years left on his deal, allegedly has shown no willingness to sign a new deal. It makes sense so that they can reinvest. Spare a thought for their new manager, essentially, because you've now seen Elise go. Guehi seems to be joining Newcastle United, and I don't actually think he'll leave this summer, but you have to watch the space of someone like Eze. Again, going back to Manchester United, apparently they've reached an agreement in principle with Bayern Leverkusen to sign Jonathan Tah, who it looked like he could be going to Bayern Munich. However, Bayern cannot complete the signing of Tah until they sell De Jong to Man United. Sorry for saying Bayern Munich. So it's a bit of a merry-go-round. Clearly, Manchester United need another defender. Obviously, Yanni Yoro, very young, promising 18-year-old prospect. He's out for 3 months and has just had surgery following a pre-season injury. I mean, if Man United get Mazraoui, who can play left and right back, and De Ligt to marry with what they've got, then I think they're improving their strength in depth, if I'm completely honest. Apparently, Bayern Munich are open to letting Kingsley Coleman leave on loan this summer. Some reports say he's allowed to leave on loan with an obligation to buy or a buy option. It seems that PSG are the front runners. And I mean, Arsenal did try to sign him when he was 16, 17 by the man's own admission. I know he has problems with injuries, but considering we need a forward or an inside forward and he provides versatility and whatnot, why not take an opportunity where he's concerned? PSG have also simultaneously been linked with Jadon Sancho, who you would think he stays at Man United. Again, what's said in the public and and what's going on in private are very different things. But it seems like Ten Hag and Jadon Sancho buried the hatchet, and they're quite, willing to put the past behind them. Now, I think when it comes down to Jadon Sancho, again, people are, despite his talent, are a bit reluctant to pay a transfer fee and probably the healthy wages he has at Manchester United. Liverpool have been linked with Chiesa, who apparently Thiago Motta has said that he can be moved on. He's apparently been left out of Juventus's pre-season preparations for the fee that's been quoted, which is anything up to 40 million euros. And for what I know of the player, I would like him, but he needs to get over that ACL injury, or maybe he is, but that just seems to be a stigma that's forever attached to him. Would be a good option for Liverpool. Don't see how he takes them to the next level. Don't know if he's a priority. Surely a midfielder and a centre half are probably more likely additions at Liverpool, but I'm not a Liverpool fan. Man United have been linked with Sander Berge, people, as the hunt for midfield reinforcements continue. And then I'm a bit jealous of Barcelona because it seems like they're very close to signing Dani Olmo from Leipzig. Apparently they've agreed a fee of 47 million euros, rising to 60 million. And apparently he will actually sign a 6-year deal. He provides technical ability, tenacity, consistency, and he's versatile. And again, Barcelona are going to need a lot more than this to get close to Real Madrid, but it's a step in the right direction. Barcelona's prospect Nico Williams, or attempted prospect, seems to be staying at Bilbao as well, folks. Hummels has been linked with Brighton, which could be a good step in the right direction for him. One last opportunity in the Premier League. Ugarte apparently has hit a bit of a roadblock where Manchester United are concerned. Leeds United, Somerville signed for West Ham. I wonder what that means for Reece Nelson. They've also added Rodriguez on a free transfer, the Hammers, as well. Solanke has been linked with Arsenal and Spurs and apparently has a 65 million clause in his contract. Once again, Bayern Munich are open to letting Kingsley Coleman leave on loan. Fulham have been linked with Scott McTominay and apparently trying to sign him, folks. And Rodrigo is apparently a dream of Manchester City's Pep Guardiola. What a departing gift that would be for the fans of Manchester City. So at this moment in time, that appears to be all the transfer news and rumours, people, primarily focused around Manchester United and things of that ilk. Again, if there's any other news to come, people, again, make sure your notifications are on the channel because there's going to be vids on vids. But for now, people, deluded, I'm out.